Is one individual who was accused of being the shooter who still is seeking justice. Denton Loudermill, folks, his face and name was plastered all over social media because you had individuals who were declaring that he was involved. They also called him an illegal alien. I mean, this thing went on and on and on, and there were a number of Republican lawmakers who were involved in this, posting this stuff on social media. Loudermill now is dodging death threats and trying to repair his reputation that others have tarnished, and they won't apologize. When Missouri State Senator Rick Brattin was questioned about it, if he owed Denton an apology, he said this.
Hey, Tim, do you think you should apologize to Denton Loudermill, that guy that you accused of being a mass shooter? I think he wants to left it up for 4 days.
Okay, hold on, folks, 1 second. Okay, hold on. So that's the video of Tennessee State. This is from Missouri. He says, I'm not even commenting on that. That's not even part of the discussion. There's nothing that I even see even worth that. So we've done nothing, and you know I have no comment. Now, Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett, he let the lie about Denton left on social media for 4 days, even though numerous people were telling him to take it down. This is what he said when he was asked about issuing an apology.
Hey, Tim, do you think you should apologize to Denton Loudermill, that guy that you accused of being a mass shooter? I think he wants to left it up for 4 days, Tim, and never apologized to the guy. Why didn't you apologize to that guy? It's such an easy thing to do. Just apologize to the man.
You know, your mother told me, allegedly, that you were the second biggest disappointment in her life.
That's literally his response. Joining us right now is Denton Loudermill and his attorney, LaRonna Lassiter Saunders from Overland Park, Kansas. Glad to have both of you here. I'll start with you, Denton. Walk folks through what your life has been like since this shooting took place. And again, you were seen there in cuffs. People are putting your face and name saying, here is the mass shooter that screwed up this whole parade, that killed one person and wounded 20 others. I think you're on mute.
Excuse me?
There we go. Now we can hear you. Go ahead.
Like, okay, right now my life is like a living hell because everyone knows me now, and I'm getting people asking me different weird questions and running the opposite way of me. And I really don't get on social media much, but my daughters and my other family members read the threats and stuff that I'm getting and the hate that I'm getting. But I just want everyone to know that's on social media. I had nothing to do with anything.
I mean, you're simply attending a parade along with thousands of others. A shooting breaks out, and then you're now having to deal with folks, again, plastering your name. And what's crazy here is that these individuals were told, take this stuff down, and they refused to do so.
Yes, well, on that situation, I think that they should be held accountable for what they did, and I think I really deserve an apology because he put my life in like serious danger. You know, like it's hard for me to sleep sometimes because I'm thinking about it and I'm thinking about my family, but I just want my name cleared and I want everybody to know I had nothing to do with anything.
This obviously has to be difficult. Have you had to move or get to change phone numbers? What have you had to do? How has your life changed physically since all this took place?
Right now, at the moment, I don't want to speak on that situation. I'd rather let my attorney talk on that situation, but I just don't want to say nothing about that situation.
LaRonna, go ahead.
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you for having us on here, and thank you for helping us spread the truth, because the lies have taken off, and we're trying to play catch up, especially when you have congressmen and senators leading the attack. Mr. Denton, he is concerned about his family. He has young adult and teenage daughters. And so we have to be concerned about their safety. We have to be concerned about their mental health. You know how kids are, teenagers are, they're getting harassed, comments about their father being a murderer. So it's going to take a lot to clear his name or repair his name. And even though we've asked several times for the images to be taken down, you have Congressman Tim. He took his down and then reposted it and said, this shooter, he's not illegal. So that didn't help at all. Not only did you not take it down properly, but then you still insinuated that he was the shooter. So we just need to clear up. He wasn't the shooter. He didn't know the shooters. A lot of times people want to try to associate it like, well, he must have did something. He did exactly what 500,000 other people did. He had several drinks at a Chiefs parade. He was moving too slow. They detained him. And when he was in handcuffs, those pictures went viral. That is all he did. It's not illegal. He's not a criminal. And so we really just need help spreading the truth and then asking people, accept the truth. Don't try to go dig in his background like, well, he must have did something. No, accept the truth. You ran with the lie. Now apologize.
What recourse do you have? I mean, clearly they don't want to even apologize. Can you sue them? Will you sue them?
We can absolutely sue them. We are putting together a stellar legal team, and they're making our jobs easy, really. Anytime you have a post stay online for 4 days and then you repost it as a retraction, you're making our jobs pretty easy. So the liability, the defamation is not even a question. It's more the human decency of why wouldn't you apologize if it was misinformation and there was no ill intent? It seems like a responsible adult. What we would expect our leaders to do is just own it. Hey, I was given misinformation. I'm sorry this happened to you. Just something simple like that.
Well, absolutely. And it is not that hard, and it shows you their absolute arrogance.
Exactly. We need our leaders to practice what you preach. There are role models. They're supposed to be role models. And so your mother comment that he responded to that post is absolutely out of order, disrespectful. That doesn't look like a leader to me. That doesn't look like someone I would want my kids patterning their life after. And so this is what we do. We, myself, My Better America, we are here to try to give the voice to the voiceless. What's an everyday American citizen to do when you have congressmen and senators leading the attack?
Absolutely. Questions for my panel, Dr. Mustafa Santiago Ali, former senior advisor for environmental justice with the EPA out of D.C. As I said, Jonquel Neal, trial attorney with the Jonquel Neal firm out of Atlanta. Dr. Larry J. Walker, assistant professor, University of Central Florida out of Orlando. Mustafa, you first.
Yeah, well, Mr. Loudermill, I'm sorry that you have to go through this situation. You know, I'm looking through a psychological lens also, so maybe this question is either for the attorney or for you, sir. Many individuals who go through these types of situations also have to deal with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. So I'm curious, based upon some of the things you shared, do you feel that that's also a part of some of the things that you're currently dealing with?
I'll let my attorney handle that, but I've been taking some steps, but from there, I'll let her handle what's going on from here.
So the response, and we're not trying to not comment, it's just that there is going to be some legal action and there is going to be a lot of people being held accountable, and we don't necessarily want them to know where we're coming from. So the mental health, the distress, the emotional distress, all of the damages, you take that and multiply it by 100,000, because that's how many times Congressman's post was shared in one day. And so he's processing. It's easier said than done. It's easy to, for people to just say, move on, or, oh, that's old news. It's not old news. He's living with this every day.
Every day.
Some people are just now becoming aware of the situation. When you Google 5 years from now, somebody's still going to have his face out there. So this is not going to be a simple fix, and it's something he's going to be dealing with for years to come.
Jonquel?
Yes, I mean, essentially, what the state representatives have, their behavior is a violation of the public trust with the dissemination of misinformation. in this specific case. What I will ask also is with the police department, right? In order for them to detain someone, there has to be a reasonable, articulable suspicion, right, that they're likely to commit a crime or have committed a crime. It's my understanding that the people involved in this case were teenagers, right? Or very young individuals, which he doesn't fit the description, not even close. He fits the description of someone that would be a parent in this case. And so from what I read, it appears that as it relates to he was detained for allegedly moving too slow away from the crime scene. But how and what actions are going to be taken to hold the police accountable for this illegal detention that we have going on here?
Thank you for that question. That's an excellent question. My Better America is a nonprofit that is built on trying to hold law enforcement and those in authority making those type of decisions, holding them accountable. And so we really haven't even had a chance to address the law enforcement, the detention piece, because of the senators and the congressmen fanning the flames. But we do intend to address that. We have reached out to the mayor of Kansas City, the chief of police, and we haven't heard anything back, which doesn't surprise me because I don't know how you detain someone for moving too slowly. I don't know how you detain someone for having several drinks at a Chiefs parade. And so you asked a very good question, and it's not over.
Larry?
Yeah, Mr. Loudermill, I'm really sorry, as my colleagues have said, everything you have gone through the last couple of weeks, for you and your family, it must be a very difficult situation. And so I guess my question is, yeah, no problem. I guess my question is also for your attorney. I know that, a lot of social media platforms over the last couple of years have tried to take some steps some better than others in terms of when information is posted that's inaccurate. And have you reached out to social media platforms like X and others to have this information scrubbed, or at least at a minimum have some kind of information that's attached to that as a warning that this information is not accurate?
We have several organizations that have been helping keep eyes on the situation, sending us information, reaching out to the different platforms as well as the individuals. And so that is one of the processes that we are in now. I know X has done a decent job of flagging or contacting people that have given misinformation. For instance, the person that associated the name Sahil Omar, this prankster, or the name that's been used in several instances, they've been in contact with this person and they made the person take the post down. So it's a huge area and there's not a lot of movement in there, but there has been some. And this is just an example of when reality hasn't caught up with technology yet. So yes, we are definitely, we have that on the list too, of all the things that we need to do to help repair Mr. Denton's name. Holding the platforms accountable is one as well.
All right, then. Well, certainly keep us abreast of what happens next. We appreciate both of you joining us.
Thank you.
All right, folks.